It is March 12th, 2022. And I'm going to do a little gardening video here. Something a little different, but I plan on doing more of it this year. Right now, you ought to have some tomato plants out there. I always start a few. And those plants did not come from this catalog I'm getting ready to go through with you. I actually took a Roma tomato, and I've done this before, and you just start the seeds. And when I had my little truck garden, I had plenty of ground. And so I just started a whole bunch of Roma seeds that you buy at the grocery store. And I tell you, I had all sorts of different types of tomatoes. So my next video will probably be on peppers, which I haven't started yet because they like it a little bit warmer. And so do I. So let's see if we can look at this catalog I have. I'm going to switch videos. And here we go. Now this is one of my fingernails a little need trimmed. And I've got a little glare. And supposedly, this is supposed to take care of my glare. Well, let's try this. Glare, 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 not so bad. Not so good. Well, anyway, these are Better Boys. Let me see if I can use this. Better Boys. And if you'll see here, says VFNTAST space TSWV. Well, you know right away that's a hybrid. Although this catalog is known for a lot of heirlooms, maybe glare is not so bad this way. These are pretty fun in the spring. You better get enough tomatoes for a salad and then the plant dies. And we're not going to talk about peppers. That big yellow tomato. That is a lemon boy. And if you'll notice, it has these letters also. So what many of these companies have done is they've taken the heirloom tomatoes and they've just improved them. Oops, I don't know what that was. Now I have tried a lot of different tomato plants. So we're here, right up here. These are fun, low acid bromas. And if I see correctly, Golden Roma has none of those letters. That means that's a true heirloom. But here right below it, it says these below tomatoes are all VFFST series. And then you go down here And if you weren't reading, you would think these were heirlooms. Now, some people, who I call hobby gardeners, sorry about the glare, I'll work on that. Probably some setting that can reduce that. You can buy your plants already started. Or you can get some that are grafted. I've never done any of that. And then we have these little cherry tomatoes, which I like. Young people like them. Takes forever to pick them, and they always crack, it seemed, after a rain. Oh, this is some stuff we'll talk about later. Equipment for canning. But right here, we can see large mouth-watering hybrids. Now, I have been saving seeds from Pacific varieties for years. This was one of my best sellers. It's a purple one. Look at the size of that puppy. Need a side of bacon for that guy. And then, of course, these guys. But this catalog is free. There's Purple Boy. Some grower can prove that he's had like 20 generations of the same seed coming back. He can put his name on it and put it on the market. And of course, these little patio high feeders, you usually buy them when they're in full bloom, maybe a little few green ones on there. Now, this is what you're really looking for. You're looking for the large, open, pollinated tomatoes. That means if they're open pollinated, what does that mean? It means they're heirlooms. What does it say about Abraham Lincoln original? Free from cracks and seams, and although large, ripens all the way through. You got all of these. See, where am I? I grew these. These crack also. But if you don't have a flood and you pick them at the right stage, the restaurants love these to put on their salads. And here's Aunt Ruby. I've grown her before. Everybody has to have a beefsteak in their tomato plot. Here's Brandywine. Here's Dixie Gold. And if you want to just start out saving seeds, you get 10 packets for $27.95. And you got beefsteak, Brandywine, Big Boy, Delicious Goliath, Giant Beefsteak, Oxheart, and Whopper Improved. It's my understanding, because it's on the page of Open Pollinated, that they ought to be heirlooms. But wait, there's a difference between heirlooms and all around goodness. I grew Mortgage Lifter one year. I told everybody I was trying to pay off some bills. Make a long story short, they thought I'd made up these names just to sell tomatoes. And I actually got them out of catalog. Oh, and here we go. Old fashioned, yet trendy. And I have grown Jubilee. I did grow Heinz once, which I believe Heinz is really a Roma tomato. And I believe it was in 1949 when everybody started buying ketchup. This is the Roma they used. And most likely that's a type of variety you'll find in the wintertime in the stores when you buy a Roma. It's probably from Mexico and it's probably a greenhouse, or at least it was before the year 2022. And of course, here's Purple Russian, which I guess we can't call it that. Oh, this is funny. I am not doing a news report. The Purple Russian tomato is 80 days, also known as Ukrainian purple. Original stock of this variety came from Irma Hinkle in the Ukraine. Meaty, plum-shaped, purplish black, smooth-skinned fruits, 3 to 4 inches long, sweet and flavorful, a good choice for salsa, sauces, straight from the vine, high-yielding, crack-resistant. Now, it says it's indeterminate, which I don't think I've mentioned it. Here is determinate. Determinate means it has a determined lifespan and a determined yield. Indeterminate means it'll keep going and the vine just keeps growing. And if you don't pinch the top out of it, by fall, you'll have a big mess if you don't train them on a fence or something. Oh, and then we have real old time value. But this, oh, we'll talk about lighting next time. And we'll talk about cherry tomatoes. So I guess I probably should give my source. There it is. Totally Tomatoes. And it says here you get 2 free trial seed packs while supply lasts. And you should have already ordered your seeds. Well, that's all I have for you today. As we switch over, I appreciate you tuning in. To my first gardening video in a long, long time. So y'all stay tuned.